To Chamber Chat, a program designed to highlight the activities of our local Lincoln City Chamber of Commerce. With me this morning, I have David Dahle, who is a recent member of the Chamber, and he has LincolnCityTV.com. Welcome, David.
Thank you, Nani.
Yeah, tell us about that. What is LincolnCityTV.com?
Well, LincolnCityTV.com is a new way that people are going to take in the people, places, and events of Lincoln City over mobile devices.
Okay, from their mobile device.
Yes,
like they can
over
hand
social media, exactly.
Okay. So you're actually, .com means you're on the internet.
Yes.
And then if we go to your site, what will we see?
Well, I am so excited. I tracked down by a real opportunity of chance the mayor of Dahle of 1964. His name was Henry. He went by the name Buzz Florup.
Okay.
And he was working here at KBCH and came in 1950.
Okay.
And left here after in the late 70s to run a radio station in Southern Oregon. But if you go to LincolnCityTV.com, you're going to see what significant things that Buzz and the leadership of that time did to put Lincoln City on the map, not only statewide but nationally.
It's a very interesting story, and actually none of us would be here without it, so that's cool.
It is.
It's on your website right now?
Yes.
Okay.
And it also ties in the history of the Lincoln City Chamber.
I know.
And, this Oregon Coast Ad Club, if you look back on the old articles, morphed into 20 Miracle Miles Ad Club. And then it morphed into the Lincoln City Chamber of Commerce because during all the expansion, Ad Club just bought ads up in Portland and Salem. They needed to have someone lobby for all the things you do, Nani, for business. And it really, because of the needs of the business community, helped millions and millions of dollars come to this wonderful coastal town because of the Chamber's efforts and the business leaders of that time. It's really inspiring to me.
I think that's great. You sound like a cheerleader, and actually, I guess in a way you kind of are. You advocate for Lincoln City and the people in the area and what they do.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you see David on the side of the road with a camera on his
Yes.
shoulder or, a mic in his hand, that's what's going on.
Yes.
So.
And it really, in interviewing this past civic leader, the rules still apply to how do we grow Lincoln City.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Well, if you go to the site, I loaded a picture of the KPTV 12 evening movie up in Portland. It was sponsored by the 20 Miracle Miles. Oh. So as our current VCB director, Ed, presented to City Council here last month, our biggest markets are Portland and Salem. And how do we get these wonderful people to come and frequent our community? We're not a logging town. We're not it'd be great to lure businesses to expand here, but we have some housing issues. I'd love to bring in a company with 100 employees. Where are they going to live?
Yeah.
And I want to be around the table to find this solution of how can we get a lot of corporate housing affordable. If you live in Lincoln City, here's an incentive to come move here. But I think we have the pieces, but Nani, as a community, I'm sitting in your office this week, and what was the topic on your desk before I came in was someone who said they couldn't take the job here because she couldn't find a house.
Right. And
those are solutions I want to apply. What our forefathers found solutions, I think we can find solutions in 2016.
Yeah, working together. That's
Amen.
Yeah. So what kind of things, what is Lincoln City TV?
Well, what it is it's a 10-year culmination of audiences moving to taking in their information over mobile devices. We're really becoming addicted to these things in our hands. If you ask a teenager if he gets news, he doesn't read a paper. He says news finds them. And so with changes in societal trends, these mobile devices were called second devices or tablets. And Nielsen ratings is actually changing to this being a priority device. And there's actually more handhelds sold in 2016 than television sets. So there's great people, places, and events. And I own Lake Oswego, downtownlakeoswego.com. I own Downtown Salem TV. These are media assets that my audiences in Portland and Salem are tracking on. And here in the coast, I want to tell the best stories. I want the best visuals shot in high definition, well mic'd, to feature the people, places, and events, so that those audiences up there to get in their car who come down here see our best foot forward. And these beautiful devices, they're high resolution, so it's a great time to do a new catalog of visuals and stories of the people that make up your coastal experience. So that's kind of we're not just going to get Lincoln City citizens to grow Lincoln City. We have to grow our audiences.
Attract some monies.
As the ad club did back in the 50s and 60s, to working together. But the great thing is the tapestry is the relationships get built here in Lincoln City really strong. You know,
Right.
It's neat.
So is there a contact on your website, or how should they
Well,
get
you can go to my name. I own my name. Everyone should own their name in 2016. It's daviddahle.com or daviddahle@gmail.com. My phone number is 503-320-0568. And even here in Lincoln City, I want to apply, and I was in your office talking to you, Nani, about a competition that we can do in Lincoln City, either against Newport or back with Salem, because that's really what grew Lincoln City into its own. They competed with Salem, and the governor was able to choose the winner. And I want to apply a 2016 competition by neighborhood, where the people of Lincoln City frequent Lincoln City businesses. When you have a choice, a dollar goes so much further when you spend it in town versus driving out of town. And you're going to be seeing a campaign that I thought up called Neighborhood Championships. And every month we're going to report on what the commerce took place either in Lincoln City and our competing neighborhood, so that citizens can say, wow, I made a difference today. And it's a mobile device, mobile app that I actually went to Medford, and it created $2 million for that community in Medford for the small businesses. And it actually put about $400 into a family's account at the end of the year when they took their mobile device and shopped around town. And you'll see a green icon on a bunch of the storefronts that says that the app is accepted there. But you'll get more details there. But those are kind of some things that I want to really unite us here in Lincoln City, the way the time frame happened in '64. And a little background on that is that the governor of the state was calling for all communities to clean up. And because we were the 20 miracle miles, he said in a press conference, it's the 20 miserable miles. And so the governor, or the mayor at that time, said in 90 days, I'm calling you out, Governor. I want you to come, because the people of the coast, and the 20 miles was from Depot Bay to Otis, we're going to clean up the town, and we're going to outdo our competitors. And they took 90 days. Can you imagine you guys dropping what you had to do today, meeting in areas to clean up? They had a big, huge bonfire. You can see these cool photos on LincolnCityTV.com. But that instigation of let's come together to win created millions of dollars of investment. And it was the impetus to say, well, why don't we unite and become 11 different taxing districts to one? Because that's a spirit of working together. So kind of the calamity propelled the opportunity to come together. And I think in 2016, 2017, our future could be really bright, because we have so many great assets here in Lincoln City. Our tourism, our great schools, our lifestyle, to retire here. I think it could be exciting with a lot of people around the table to see what we can do.
I think that's great. I think it's a interesting project, and I can't wait to see how we get started on that.
And one other thing, too, by neighborhood, I consult with other cities on civic communications. And depending upon your neighborhood here in Lincoln City, whether it's Rhodes End, Cutler City, Nell Scott, Devil's Lake, look at Devil's Lake neighborhood or Lincoln City on Facebook. And I'm going to create a communication campaign of all those citizens in Devil's Lake to be able to feature the parks. If you have family and friends coming to town, they all want to know what's there to do on Devil's Lake. Where can I take my 5-year-old? What can my teenager do? And so you're going to see by neighborhood here in Lincoln City things that our residents can share with their families about, and people come visit families. So I really want to feature by neighborhood ways that we can communicate and plan. And the city made a lot of investment in each of the neighborhoods. I produced the State of the City address with Mayor Williams this last month. And we showed a civic project investment that our city has put into every neighborhood in town, and it's really great. So those are some things, if you live here in town and follow today's radio program, go on and like your neighborhood. And I'm hoping to interview your city councilor every month to hear on things that we're tracking, to really be around the table of how they can plan our city. and get really quick communications. We know you don't have time to come out to meetings many times, but through this app, you'll be able to answer polls, be able to send a question, and these are things other communities are doing outside of Lincoln City that are modernizing the way we plan. And I want to bring it to Lincoln City. I grew up here. Where the City Hall was a big bank when I was a little kid, and I played there in the 70s. So it's exciting time.
Wanting to get us all connected then.
I do.
All right. Okay, great. Well, what's your phone number again?
503-320-0568.
Okay, or you can go to lincolncitytv.com and get some of the particulars there. And you've got some videos that are quite interesting to look at there.
And you're going to be seeing some chamber testimonials. Nani and I talked about that. So I've got a couple already, but I live streamed the super auction this year and plan to be a really big advocate for helping our chamber grow.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. And we appreciate your membership. Well, thank you very much for coming this morning. Time goes quickly, but we'll take a quick break and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Thank you, David.
You bet.
Bye-bye.